last time. All right, you guys, we're going to continue in the Nancy Guthrie case. Now, for those of you that are like, I'm so lost, I don't understand who these people are, you're going to need to watch the first live today, and that was 2 lives ago. And so you'll watch that. You could skip the reading if you want to, go right into the questions, but you'll need to see who DJ Mojito is. You're going to need to understand who Derek Kalila is, who was arrested in the Nancy Guthrie case for contacting Annie and Tomasso and saying, hey, is it all good on your end? We're waiting on the transaction, right? Something along those lines. Now, everything I'm about to share with you is my intuitive interpretation, not facts. I'm not accusing anybody. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I am not a court of law, but I will do my best and tell you what the cards say for your answers. Remember, tarot is not good at location. I do not talk to the dead. I'm not a medium. Mediums talk to the dead. I do not. Jesus is my savior. Jesus is my savior means I'm not going to go talking to no dead. I'm going to talk to Jesus. That being said, I'm also not psychic in the way that I could call in answers. My psychic ability usually has nothing to do with the case. It just is like, maybe I shouldn't take that flight. And then the flight crashes. You know what I'm saying? So, that being said, I will do my best to answer your questions. Please post the word question in front of your questions. And I have shuffled and done all the good stuff. I'm going to randomly pick questions. And hi, Aquarius. So you probably will get your answer in a bit because I go all the way to the top. I go to the bottom. I take the middle. I just randomly take questions. All right, my lovelies. Let's get started. First question on the board. Hello, Aquarius 77 220. I like your numbers. Question, does Tomasso want to leave Annie? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. We have Page of Pentacle. We have an actual offer. We have a messenger and an offer. So I would say unfavorable at this point. We'll see what else comes out. The Emperor and the Ace of Swords. So there could be some division between the two of them eventually. It is interesting that Tomasso gets the Emperor because I often see him as the Emperor. Doesn't mean he is, but if he was the Emperor in this case, let's just start with the Emperor as somebody in control. This is a person that is well established. Think of an emperor. They rule countries, not just counties, not just states, but they rule their country. This is somebody that is in charge of their life. We definitely have this small offer, as if something wasn't as big as they thought. This is a smaller offer because it's a page. It's not another offer from a king. It's not a knight. It's a page. It's almost as if immaturity surrounds this offer, and it was so small. And so therefore it's caused a lot of issues because the offer was small. Well, there was no payout that we're aware of, so maybe that is the issue. The payout didn't happen. So we do have the Ace of Swords, which means a very firm yes. It means clarity. And I have a very interesting thought as to the Emperor's crown has come off. Okay? So maybe this person felt like they were in charge and thought they knew it all, but as time proved, they didn't know squat. And so therefore, there's discord. I would lean to favorable that there is discord between them. Thank you so much. Let's see. D.D. Jones, hello. You say, why was Savannah protecting Annie and Tomasso? Why is Savannah protecting Annie and Tomasso? We have celebrate. We have a group. We're in this together. Camaraderie. Camaraderie. We have a meeting of the minds. We have the truth speaker. Queen of Swords. She says, come at me, but come at me upright. We've got the illusionist coming towards. Now, both of them have their hand upright, but he's pointing to the sky and below, and he's saying, I want my world as above, so below. In other words, what I think and feel, I want to be a reality. This is an illusionist card. So the truth, seer is seeing the illusionist. Ace of Pentacles, and their hand is out for money. So it could be, you can see this in two ways. She's either in the deal, which I don't think she is. This implies that she's seeing the illusionist, not that she's paying the illusionist. So we have camaraderie. We have the truth speaker seeing an illusionist waiting on a payout. That's the situation from what I see. The bottom of the deck is there is something behind the scenes that is not what it is meant, what we are seeing. It's different. So looks can be deceiving. This is an in and out, inconsistent energy. It's passionate, but it's also impulsive. I would go as to far, that's a hard question to answer, but at the same time, this would almost seem like she's working with someone behind the scenes. Savannah is working with someone to make it work. In the, how do I put this? Playing along with it, playing along with the game. Of what means. Why would she play along? Oh, to end the cycle, to bring an ending, to close the cycle down, the world. So this is playing along with the illusion to end the cycle. I hope that made sense. Man, that was a hard one. I can only do what I can do. I mean, I can only read the cards as they are. Hello, Deborah. How are you? Question: did Savannah's husband accompany Tomasso to Milan, Italy for the Olympics? Is it interesting? Let's come up here for a minute. That Savannah worked so hard to be the hostess over in Italy for the Olympics for us. And it was stolen from her. She didn't get to go to Italy because her mother got gone. At the same time, we're hearing Tomasso went. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna grab a drink. Find that peculiar. Deborah, question: did Savannah's husband accompany Tomasso to Milan, Italy for the Olympics? Allegedly. See what the cards say. That card's coming out. We definitely have movement. We have forward, very forward movement. One more, please. And thank you. We got the story. We have time invested and planted, and the seed has grown to fruition. Boom. This would suggest a yes with the Chariot, Cancer energy. Annie's a Cancer. And in this, I always think of Epstein when I see these Egyptian things like his temple, right? Like you can see the temple back here, but this is what it looks like. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a very likely position that is highly likely that he did. We have this offer. There's that offer, that too small of an offer that got ignored. So somebody was like, hey, I want to do ransom. Let's do this. I've got a great idea. Let's do a ransom. But it was ignored. And so the focus is on something else. And then we have this game plan. So it almost looks like, and I hate to even say this, but if they did, they was hatching a plan. Because their first initial plan was a little too late and not picked up on. Like it didn't get the proper attention. It didn't work the way it was supposed to. But they have this, we've invested time. We're going to win at this. And therefore, something's going to come out of it. And there's this game plan. Because this is the Three of Pentacles. And this is the architects and the builder. And they've got their game plan on paper, on their blueprint. And they're building this. And so this is the game plan. This is saying something too little did not work out. This is a small offer, way smaller. It's not knight, it's not a king, it's a page. Youthful, immature offer. being ignored. As you can see, this guy's got 3 cups. He is not seeing this other offer because there are so many of them. So to him, this may not feel like it's anything to look at, because if you look at his line, he's looking at this on the 4 of Cups. He's like, these 3 cups are all I'm looking at, and they're not working. So he's not seeing this offer. It's very highly likely that not only did they go on a trip together, or at least meet, that it is possible that they were reconfiguring a game plan of some sort. Maybe against Tomasso, maybe with Tomasso. I do not know. Interesting questions, you guys. All right, I'm going to scroll up a little ways. June George, question: do you think Tomasso and Annie are involved with the dark side? And that is how Majito, Kalila, and Kayla and her friend know each other. Are you asking me personally? If you're asking my personal thought, yes. If you're asking the cards, we'll pull them. Are Tomasso, Annie involved with the dark side? We have betrayal, a lot of hurt and pain, and we just got a huge story of why. So we have this walking away energy as if abandonment, right? This person's worked so hard to collect all this collection. He has 8 cups, but he's too short. 2 cups, and he would have the whole set, but he's only got 8, so he's got to go out looking for more. So there's something about neglect here in a way. Almost like he's brokenhearted because he's been made to stay put and watch the cups, when literally he's like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not holding down the fort. I'm going out on my own. We have this celebration, camaraderie with the son. Now, is this the son-in-law? I don't know. Definitely we have this, the brightest card in the deck. It's a yes and an answer. So we have camaraderie with yes. So it could be that because of heartbreak and pain, somebody walked away to where? The dark side, right? Got the moon out, the dark side. We have commingling in a tavern. This is 3 of Cups. They've all got drinks. They're all celebrating. Yeah, cheers, right? Because they're drinking. And that's the bar scene. And so we have walking to the bar. So out of heartbreak, out of pain, out of whatever betrayal they felt, they have leaned to the dark side and are walking, according to the reading, I'm just saying, it's all alleged, into this scene, this club scene. And that is when they found their light is in the dark. The good dark, right? They found the light, the attention. Focus. Thank you. And that's when we meet the illusionist, somebody that performs illusions, that can trick a lot of people, the trickster. So that would make sense if we're walking away because of heartbreak and pain. Maybe God let them down in their mind. So they walk away from whatever this heartbreak is into this camaraderie. And that's where they get this clarity that they are seeking, this answers that they want, of this illusion that's going to get pulled off. Then we have the plan. So the illusionist, let's bring him down a little bit. We have the illusionist, right? This could be Mojito. Could be. We have the magician. Working out a game plan, saying, hey, let's all do something together. Judgment. It's a judgment call. It's saying, yeah, final answer. Things are about to change in a big way. But the plan did not work because 2 of Wands is stuck. It's a plan that you think you want to do, but it don't go the way you think. It's a stuck answer. And so I would lean towards yes, that is the avenue here that they found each other in, is that they went looking for camaraderie in the night, and they found it. And that's where their son was. You can see that's son-in-law. Let me clean up my cards. I'll come back at you. We'll get a couple more questions. Y'all, I do my best. Remember, I'm not suggesting anything factual. I'm just giving you the reading. Thank you, thank you. Trish Campbell, question. Is Nancy Guthrie still alive? Is Nancy Guthrie still alive? King of Swords, truth spoken. All right, let's see what that truth is. No. She is laid to rest. This person's laid on the top of a coffin. They have been laid to rest in a church. All swords are down. There are no more words. So, words, swords, right? They're all down. When swords are upright, that means that there are words to be spoken, things to be said. This is final words have been spoken. This person's sword is laid to rest. No. Anything else about, is Nancy Guthrie alive, that we need to see? She was taken out of her bed. She was taken out of her bed, and those were the last words, right? Because she was laid to rest. All right. I would say unlikely that she is still alive. Unlikely. Kelly Flanagan, hello, lovely. Question, is Nancy's disappearance ritualistic? Now, lovely, I cannot answer two-part questions. So we go with the first question you ask. I don't do two questions at once. Is Nancy's disappearance ritualistic? Truth train coming through. Yes. Yes. Very likely. Ten of Cups, very likely. The Moon, yeah. So what we have is, we have 10 cups. When you get 10 cups, it doesn't necessarily mean the happiest card in the deck. It means Jupiter energy, expansion of energy. So it could be expansion of being angry, like the maddest you can get. It could be the happiest. It is an overwhelming feeling. It could be regret, it could be envy, it could be anything. It's over the top. It's the most cups you can get, and it's emotional. It's water energy. Cups hold water. It's water energy. Energy is emotion in motion. Feelings in motion are emotions. Feelings are emotions. Queen of Wands is all about this powerful queen. She is powerful in her own right. She has the black cat. She is considered by most to be a witch. The Queen of Wands is considered to be the ritualistic witch, if you will, out of all the queens, because she's taboo. Everybody believed that, you know, the black cat was bad luck, but this is her black cat. So yes. And then we have the Moon card with the loyal dogs that are howling up at the moon, which, you know, face it, that could be very ritualistic. So I would lean toward yes, likely is the answer. Thank you for asking. All right, let me scroll up a little bit, and I'm going to try to grab someone that hasn't had a chance to ask a question. June George, question, possible sacrifice. Okay, I don't even know, because it just doesn't tell me what you're asking. Sorry, lovely. You got to ask it all at one shot. One question at a time. Julie, question, does Cameron have anything to do with the planning? If you're asking who Cameron is Nancy Guthrie's son, also Savannah and Annie's brother. Does Cameron have anything to do with the planning against Nancy Guthrie, allegedly? No. He has the didn't even understand what was going on card. Kind of like overlooked the whole thing, very focused on one idea. Let's talk about focus, bring it in. what else? He actually is very emotional, even though he's not showing it on the outside. He's got this King of Cups energy where he looks cool, calm, collected. Everything's fine. I'm fine. But inside, he's shaking like a leaf. He's like, oh my gosh. And he's got this, I feel abandoned by someone. I feel hurt by someone. This is this feeling of, where's my mommy? I'm about to cry. I'm going to tell you, Cameron is very, very hurt. I can see it all over this situation. He's trying to keep calm. He's trying to pull it together. But he is definitely worried about his mommy. This is the abandonment. It's the church. And he almost is feeling, in a sense, like an abandonment from God. Like this is a deep, deep wound. Let's just go ahead. Take the middle of the deck. Cameron's got regret all over this. Look at all the cups. Look, cups are emotion. And this is telling me he's regret. He regrets on the things that he didn't get time with. Where he has regret. He didn't put more attention on his mother. He wants swift action to happen and to cut out the bullshit. He wants the law to take the action needed to find the witnesses, and that's also the mommy card, and whoever's holding mommy, right? Whoever's holding mommy, get them law. And he's surrounding it with law. He's got the King of Swords. He's got the Queen of Swords. Those are divine counterparts of justice. So Cameron's very much hurting a lot from this. Like, it's hurting. I feel like I just put a card, yeah, in the wrong direction. Thank you for an excellent question. All right, Lanny, hello. Did Nancy know about the type of things that Annie and Tomasso were into? Did Nancy know the clubbing? Here's that club card, right? The tavern card. The people. Okay, so they're into the gathering of people like that. No, they were holding back the real details. This is Four of Pentacles. I mean, this person's holding back so hard that they're standing or sitting with their feet on the coins, saying, you ain't getting nothing from me. So this is a secret. This is a secret of holding back the knowledge of the partying scene. No, Nancy Guthrie did not know about the depth that they were in. Ace of Swords. She's got the clarity now because they drug her out of the bed. I don't know who they is, but I'm saying she's got the clarity, or at least she did have it before she passed, which she would still have it. But I don't talk to the dead, so I can't ask. But we have this right out of your bed, right? Woken up in the middle of the night. All right, so it became clear. Wow. You guys are on it tonight. I mean, totally on this. My Sonny, my bird Sonny, hello lovely, welcome back. Is it possible they poisoned Nancy's drink at dinner before they brought her home? A lot of cups in this, isn't there? And Page of Swords is about investigating, looking deeper. And what do we have? We have the secret. So there's definitely something the universe is saying. Pay close attention to what you're asking. There's something specific about it because this is the detective in the case, right? The Page of Swords is the one that learns everything. Yes, he's a messenger, but his sword is up because he's trying to gather information. And swords are all about the head. Okay, all about the thinking, the thoughts, all right? Look at this, the secret. I told you this was a secret. Look, the high priestess, the one that knoweth that doesn't tell. Yeah. And we're surrounded by two pages. Very youthful energy. Could be Tomasso and Annie. Could be they have children at this place. I mean, they played Mojang or whatever that's called. That takes 4 people. Yet Annie, Tomasso, and Nancy are only 3. So who was the 4th person? Was it the kids? I don't know. But what we do have is we have this interesting idea that there's a secret and there's more to learn about it. And we have this offer. I'm going to go ahead and see just by flipping the deck. Look, we have spilled cups. And you could see this as spilled cups, as in, you know, what got spilt. Was it something that she would have drank, right? Knight of Pentacles, stuck energy, along with the Queen of Pentacles, which is about a landowner, somebody that's well off. Could be Nancy, could be Savannah. And there it is, something stinky in the cup. Page of Cups is a fish in a cup. It's unexpected. Nobody wants a fish in a cup because you don't want to drink with a fish in your cup. And so I would lean toward highly likely that Nancy was given something in her cup that could have been very negative for her. Thank you for asking, lovely. Christine, question. If you look when he walks to porch, he comes from the side. So you could have the cameras from around the back, inside the backpack. That's why it's full. I'm sorry, hon, that's not a question. Thank you for sharing that. House of Vim. Hello, lovely. Question. Was Nancy ever dropped at her house that night? Did Nancy ever return to her home that night? Did Nancy return to her home that night? We have yes. Well, likely, but we have somebody familiar with her. Either Annie or Tomasso or both. We have almost like both. We have lovers. We have this, well, it's 2 cups, but it's also 2 people that are madly in love with each other, kind of energy, a partnership. All right. That they were working together for victory over the betrayal. So this is saying yes, that she did. It was part of the plan. So they had to return her as part of the plan to get victory, to betray the situation and not be called out or something like that. So this is saying a strong yes. 2 of Cups, which is a partnership, a contract. Okay. This is the plan, contracted plan. This is victory over that. Saying, yes, that was part of our plan that we contracted. And yes, we did. 6 of Wands is a yes. And the plan is to lead to the betrayal later. This is the betrayal card, 10 of Swords. So, yes, she was returned, but it does not mean that they did not return also or something else happened, right? Excellent questions, you guys. How are we doing on time? Okay, you guys, I'm going to take one more question because I don't like to go too long of a day, but I like to try to get everybody to have a chance to ask questions. Let me see here. Somebody that has not asked one. Connie Waddle. I don't know if I've asked one of your questions yet, but I didn't recognize your full name, so I will take it. Question, was Nancy kidnapped deeper in the what people think it is? Honey, I'm not sure what that says, so I'm going to have you reword it, and maybe next time you'll be able to ask it. Question, are the people involved going to start turning on each other? Marty, you get the goat. Excellent question. All right. Are the people involved with Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, will they start turning on each other? Okay. Ooh. Oh. Well, this is interesting. So we have the Secrets card. We have the Moon. What is hidden, right? Shall always, when you get the Moon card, know that even though it's unknown and that it's secret at this time, the Moon is always replaced by the Sun, which is revealing of the truth. So this is saying there's secrets now, and these are the loyal dogs. They're secretive. They're loyal. But we got this Page of Wands, which is a messenger. It's in reverse, which means a hidden messenger. This is also a wand, which is communication. So there is hidden communication already taking place. What is the hidden information about? People. People that were stuck financially, right? The Knight of Pentacles. And people that were making offers. So this little page is secretly talking about 2 main players already or will be shortly. And it's being hidden from us that we can't see it. Nobody can see it. But this little messenger is in reverse, meaning it's a very secretive. And this is secrets. And then you get the game players. And look, they're headed in the same way. They think they got it going on. Now, I want to ask, is that little secret talker, Kalila? Could he be turning on people? Could Kayla Day be in the know? Let's just ask. Is this person that's already telling tales, have they been arrested? Because it could be Kayla or it could be Derek Kalila. Both have been arrested and detained. We have the Emperor. Okay, we have somebody that's telling on the big dog. The controller. This person knows that these people answer to the Emperor. Look, and they're betraying them all. They're telling the secrets that betray the players, leading right up to the Emperor. They're betraying them all, 3 of Swords, as well as the witch that planned the whole thing. And the King of Pentacles, because they're not all on the same page. They did not get what they were promised. And they want a fresh new beginning. They may be pledged deals, offered deals to get a new beginning if they talk. And they're going to take it. They're going to take it. The Empress. It could lead to something about Nancy. Excellent questions as always. You guys never fail to impress me. You always impress me every single time. And I'm so grateful to have you guys. So that is what I have for you. I want to say thank you so much. If I did not get to ask your question and pull cards, just tune in. Very, very soon I will be doing another card reading. And I always invite for people to put their questions in the live chat. Now, if you are on replay, just so you know, you can ask all the questions you want, but I don't have a way to pull the cards and give you the answers and so forth if I'm not live with you. I mean, I could do it individual, but it would be all I do all day. And I don't have the energy to do that. So it's best if you're live to ask your questions. But feel free to post whatever you like. I hope it's favorable. I hope that Nancy is found. I hope the truth comes out. I hope that we figure out what all these connections mean. And if they're all connected, let's find out. I hope that God enables all of us to see the truth as soon as possible as to what in the world has happened to Nancy Guthrie. I love you guys. I thank you for the support of the channel. You guys have been blowing the channel up. I'm just telling you, I can't even imagine how... I never thought we'd get to this level, let alone the way we're growing. So thank you. Your support is amazing and incredible. And I thank you from the bottom to the top of my heart. I love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful night. And I will see you again very, very soon.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I am here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise from the dark.